Hello everyone! Welcome to the Oceania 7 Key World Cup 2025 in the semifinals round. We had just an insane match recently, China versus Philippines, almost going to the tiebreaker. The second match this weekend actually that almost went to the distance, but unfortunately didn't come through. It was a great match overall, but now let's shift our focus to the match that we have at hand, which is Hong Kong versus Germany, Seed 6 versus Seed 13. I'm Solo Escal, and joining me on the commentary booth is none other than Bifa. Hello there, how are you doing today?
Hey, hello there. Gonna be fairly interesting to see. I believe Hong Kong and Germany has come this far into the semifinals, and I believe it was like probably their first time delving into the top 12 realm for Germany. Hong Kong might be the first time as well, since Hong Kong generally did not have that many people playing on the 7 key, but now this time around, Hong Kong having seated this high, it could be promising to say the least.
I agree, it's actually very promising. I actually do commend both teams because, I mean, I could be wrong, someone could correct me, but I have a feeling this was Hong Kong's and Germany. So, like what you said, I think this is both teams' first appearance at the semifinals round. So, I gotta give them that. I will give them that because that's a very impressive accomplishment.
Yeah, I do think that I guess for at least we're a little bit of on the underground side of players. I mean, you do think that you would know German players, like Suki Whiskers, Blacko, and some of the other players that are actually are active in the 70 community at the very least. Hong Kong, on the other hand, might not be so much, even though the name is like it's a very familiar face, even though they do not like play as competitive as like a mini World Cup. I guess in that stance, I guess because like I said, Hong Kong has been like particularly fairly underground in that regard.
Fair enough. And honestly speaking, I just want to see a great match between these two teams. I would guess Hong Kong probably picks more on the rice, yeah, and I think Germany will try to pick Baby Ellen. I don't know. That's just my initial thoughts, but it could be wrong. I could be totally wrong with that analysis.
Yeah, we'll see because I guess core stream being protected. That's my guess is that Hong Kong is able to like capitalize on about core stream. And Germany, on the other hand, might actually can do something with like long links. Maybe I could be wrong, but they could just be trying to target one of the Hong Kong's weaknesses. But in my mind, Hong Kong has been kind of like jack of all trades team.
Okay, I'm looking at the stats right now in quarterfinals. There's actually some charts where Germany and Hong Kong are very close, and that would be on the rice department for the most part. And when it comes to LN, I think Germany is actually a tad bit behind. Okay, yeah, that means I stand corrected on my thoughts a while ago. I think Germany would probably try to lean towards the rice compared to Germany here. Oh, sorry, compared to Hong Kong here, we'll probably try to lean towards HBs and LN.
Okay, we'll see. We haven't seen their protect just yet. Maybe we can see a potential along the hybrid protect. I guess it's up in the air really because their LN1 scores aren't particularly that great, so it might could just go with being the last pick of all things that Germany decide to go for.
Alright. So I want to take a look here.
Rice 5 Heave is going to be a protect from Germany.
It's better than an LN protect, that's for sure. I would have, if they protected an LN or a hybrid, that would be bad. Germany probably bans LN1 or LN4 as the usual. As your usual schedule, they're probably banning LN1 or LN4 because I think Hong Kong would actually be decent on those picks.
Yeah, I mean the one of the few reasons that Hong Kong seated this high is because their LNs are actually fairly competitive in most of the top 10 seedings, which you would have known that Hong Kong is already this good at long notes in particularly later stage of the game.
Yeah, LN1, LN4. I'm not even surprised at this point. Hong Kong probably bans maybe Rice 1. Okay, Rice 3.
Core Jack is
Kojak.
it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, fair ban. Let's see. Okay. I don't think Hong Kong played this, but Germany didn't have that good of a score on Rice 3 on the previous round. So, this is a bit of a questionable ban. I think they could have exploited it easily. So, I don't know. It's a Rice ban though, so that's something. They should have banned the Rice 1 in my opinion. But I guess Rice 3, if they aren't confident in being consistent, I'd say go for it.
All right, Hong Kong's pick for the first for the opener of the match. You would know that they can absolutely pick anything, given their jack of all trades. Yeah, there you go, the core LM2 LM density pick.
Okay, so just to be clear, right? The ban for Germany is LM4, and Hong Kong's ban was Rice 3, which is we are electric. There we go.
All right, we'll see. Well, I guess let's see how Germany fares on I guess more higher density long range charge. It has been kind of the trend that higher density does not equate to re aspect of it. It's how you would contend with just density in general.
I like this pick from Hong Kong. LM2 is this is like a great test to see if Germany will be able to keep up on the LM side, and this is a great source of information. I just know Hong Kong has the capability to have really good accuracy on these LM picks, so great choice from Hong Kong here. So now, yeah, we're going to see the density aspect. And as we take a look at how these perform, I am really looking forward to see, because this again, as I said, this will really test how Germany keeps up on the elements, and that's already not a good sign on how Germany will fare on these kinds of charts.
Yeah, this is just the opener, and I kind of concerned at least a fair bit. Although I mean, I guess a fair trade, which Hong Kong still has like a 5-digit lead even in the opener after trading misses.
Yeah, and now I'm starting to lose my confidence on the versatility of Germany here, because this is starting to look a bit concerning. I mean, Tang Jinxie and Zek are only a bit ahead of Sukiya Whiskers, but Echo needs to start catching up. The thing about this chart though is it's, as you said, it's very dense, and it's also pretty fast, so there's definitely some skill ceiling that could be expected here. And I think that's what Germany is trying to avoid revealing this. However, this lead is starting to get a bit smaller, so I think there should be a slither of hope for Germany here.
Well, I mean, it just keeps growing to like about 30,000 point now, and I mean, I really don't blame them for actually having to struggle on most of the density this chart has, but it's just the accuracy by alone is just is quite far ahead for Hong Kong right now.
Very much so. Yeah, Hong Kong is really nailing all these dense sections, and while Germany's accuracy isn't too far behind, it's the consistency that's giving me a problem here. So right from the get-go, we can already tell that LN-wise, when it's very dense, Germany just doesn't have the ammunition to keep up with Hong Kong's team, as they have, I think it's still one full combo from Tang Jinxie here. That's actually really crazy.
Well, I mean, I guess that's probably a one miss. I didn't can't recollect the thoughts, because I feel like there has to be like a one miss, because I do feel like the score itself is not that much. It's not that high, but it's still definitely very impressive. Maybe I could miss some. I could actually totally miss something that it was actually one miss, but
Maybe, but let's take a look. That lead, by the way, ballooned massively just in a short span. Okay, 250s. It could have been a
okay.
miss. No, that's a full combo though. No, that's a full combo. I'm
Yeah,
confident.
it's not. No, it's could be like 6 combo if you total it up. Two might have been the slider break there. So yeah, even then, still impressive 99s there for both almost Sukiya for just almost hanging out at the 99s there.
Yeah, those 50s kind of made it not reach that, but it doesn't really matter. This was Hong Kong's pick. Germany shouldn't be too faced about it. So now they're gonna go for Rice 2. And honestly speaking, that's an okay pick. I'd say it's one of the picks. Those are the kind of picks they have to go for.
Isn't this supposed to be Hong Kong's Protect?
I mean, yes, but if you were to compare all the other options that they have, I understand the concept of protects and all that should be come into play here, but if you were to look at the other options and considering how Ellen went, I don't think it's worth it to give a shot on those other picks. So even if they pick Hong Kong's Protect, I think it's okay. I think it's okay to win for this.
I guess it just depends on whether or not the physicality it hits its breaking point.
Alright. But no time to waste now. They already chose this, so unfortunately they gotta stick to their gut. They gotta stick to their guns and hope that this strategy works for them.
It's kind of quite a long pick too, even for a dense court stream. Seems starting up at the wrong foot there for Black Hole, finding already the first drop over their side.
Yeah, that's a pretty rough start indeed. But thankfully, it's not too far apart. Like it's gonna get denser as time passes on, so the real test will be there in a bit.
So far, it's looking fine, but yeah, I guess it's just catching up in terms of accuracy for Black Hole right there. Just the lead's still fairly small up until this section of court stream.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But the more that Blackhoof finds those drops, something tells you fatigue's already coming into play, and it's still very early in the match. So the fact that there's any fatigue from the German team, that is not looking good. But they have a miracle here as Zek. That's a massive drop. That just means fatigue's also starting to hit Zek. Not to mention Tang Jinxi's accuracy too.
Yeah, the bracketing patterns are really what nails them actually. Now the lead's kind of growing to the Hong Kong side there. They're about 20,000 points in their favor. Which again, I might remind you that bracketing patterns like this are supposed to be really, really draining on the stamina. Even though this is still like the first half of it.
Yeah, well, Sukiya Whiskers is probably leading this entire lobby. The fact that Zek isn't too far behind, and Tang Jinxi is way ahead of Blackhoof, this is saying a lot already. And I am starting to get worried, because if fatigue is starting to hit Germany this early on, what more for the other charts that are about to come? I just know there's more physical charts approaching here.
Yeah, Tenjutsu is really comfortable with hitting most of the brackets here. It just does seem to have no issues. Maybe aside from maybe just keeping up accuracy, which I don't think it would be their number one concern.
Fair enough. But now we're in a break section. It's a 47,000 point lead. This is really starting to grow on me. Again.
Oh, there goes,
whoa.
there goes the full combo in the break section almost.
Well, that doesn't really matter. With such a gigantic lead, it would take a Hong Kong. It would take like a lot of chain misses from Hong Kong for Germany to regain even a bit of this lead. Blacku finding misses there again. The fatigue factor, both of these players are tired. And it's starting to concern me a lot. Because this is only the second map of this entire match.
Yeah, it's looking like a very, very strong start there for Hong Kong, taking 2 points off the board there, which means this is fairly confident that this would be Hong Kong's protect, and Germany picking their protect doesn't really work in their favor.
That's crazy. Crazy score from Kang, Jinxie, and Zek there. Sukiya Whiskers and Blacku didn't do too bad either, but yeah, that's just an accuracy advantage for Hong Kong in general.
Ooh, long little one pick right there coming from Hong Kong. Ooh, we get to see wall inverse, which interesting because Hong Kong hasn't played like long little one pick all that much in this entire tournament. Maybe like once or twice, but that's all. That's about it.
Fair enough. So yeah, they really, I guess you could say, this is going to be. I just think it's a great pick for Hong Kong, simply because of the nature of this chart. And considering that Germany banned LN4, this is a great pick overall.
Yeah, one of the few reasons that Hong Kong is rated this high is because their LM prowess is came into play, and this came to me as like who would be surprised Hong Kong to be picking this out right out the gate.
That's true. Now, again, I just want to see if Germany can keep their composure, try to regain their motivation, because it's definitely not over yet. So now, as we go through every of these players, I think this is a very advantageous chart for Hong Kong, though. Just because, again, like what you mentioned a while ago, Hong Kong's LN ability is part of why they're here in the top 8 seeds, being number 6. Very impressive work here, so I won't be surprised if Hong Kong performs extremely well on this.
And yeah, that's one of the few reasons that they already have quite a bit of a lead coming off. It's just kind of a goner if you can't read LN, I guess more inverse like this.
Yeah, this LN coordination is really difficult. Honestly, and the mere fact that Hong Kong can keep that consistency, you have to take note. Germany isn't doing too bad. Even if the accuracies look close though, it's not gonna mean much if Germany can't keep that consistency. Just because of the nature of these kinds of charts, you really have to be very consistent in playing them, because these will count as more misses than usual.
Everyone misses except for Zek.
Yeah,
it's really
a crazy run, yeah.
It's really just that one, that one fourth burst of that just non-walls. It just really messing them up.
Yeah, it's really crazy to me seeing how well Hong Kong's kept up. But you know what? We gotta give their props to Germany, because again, they're still within the S rank range for both players. Sukiya Whiskers well above it. Blacku's still maintaining that. It's a really difficult chart. Like, just being able to consistently act this and trying to not miss is already a really difficult task for any player. So props to everyone in this lobby. But time is running out for Germany here to even have a chance of coming back.
It's really just if you have like over 100,000 points this late into the chart, there's no way you can come back from this one.
Fair enough. But now, as more of this chart progresses, like, I can just imagine how difficult this chart really is. And Wow, these players are nailing these sections like it's nothing. Very impressive work for everyone.
Yeah, semi inverse core stream, man. It just really you would think that Hong Kong is able to just read all through all of it, and but it's just really good. It's just really good scores all around, and almost taking MVP there for Suki, just about by a couple hundred points there, just 4 slider breaks.
Very impressive work. When we're talking about like these slider breaks, that's just crazy. Fact that Tsukiya almost had a full combo as well. Blacku holding onto the S, that's an impressive work already on its own. And something that I noticed is the ratio game of Hong Kong and Germany isn't too far apart. It's those 200s and misses really that makes the difference.
Rice Spike coming out from Germany this time. This is yeah, this is their protect, so you can go. Yeah, they can go for that. If they're feeling confident of handling the spike of he has, then especially with bracketing at the last 20 seconds, is really demanding on the physicality.
Fair enough. This chart is very technical from how I can remember it. So, as you say, I just hope the physicality aspect isn't too much for Germany.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of a taste of how he plays out for most teams in the semifinals. They get completely blasted by the last 20 seconds of the spike. In terms of the speed and just the general bracketing, it really just kills accuracy at most, except for maybe 1 or 2 teams. We saw like Japan versus South Korea earlier that they are able to just withstand the bracketing after the transition from the speed itself. But this time around, Hong Kong and Germany, they had to at least tank a lot from that section alone.
Mm-hmm. I can definitely see where you're coming from. And, hmm, uh, Germany protecting this. You know, on hindsight, I thought this was a good protect. But now I'm starting to question if their physicality is able to keep up. And well, there's my answer. Now that kind of miss is actually pretty bad because that was a very damaging miss.
It might look like to me it's I guess the misreading that column 3 jack for.
Oh, Big Time Jinxie and Blacku are starting to trade, but the problem is Blacku's misses are just much more dirty. But hey, no more full combos on Hong Kong. That could count as something, especially on Germany's side. But Blacku needs to be a bit more consistent. Zek, okay,
Yeah,
there's an opportunity, but more of these patterns have to come, and
yeah,
lesser misses have to come.
polyrhythmic structure is really not handling them so well. Black is at the low 98s now. Zach is actually falling the below 99s, then, but it's really just the Akis from the top row is actually holding them off.
Yeah, that's crazy. And now that Black was sort of caught up a little bit, I think there could be a chance. However, Hong Kong needs to find more misses. That is not the miss we'd want from Germany's
I guess
side.
this is very helpful because this is the only break after you get once we get into the spike that I mentioned earlier. The last third of it is very murderous. You would have to regain from this point onward.
Here we go. It is indeed murderous, but
This is the one I'm talking about.
3 misses! That's 3 misses! Zek is the only one to hold full combo, which is kind of ironic because
Okay, this
Zek
speed.
was the one.
The speed
Zek was
right
the one
here.
who's missing a lot.
This
Okay, here
speed
we go.
sucks.
Wait a second. Oh! Okay, that's a big lead taken off. But with Blacku missing... Oh!
Bracketing time.
Oh
Bracketing
my
time.
goodness, Germany's... That's a massive lead. That's a massive lead cut off, but... Kinho... Oh! Wait a second.
This one more like this though. One more like this, and then mini jack and the speed.
Oh, we almost saw a 20,000 point lead evaporate into nothing in a span of a few seconds. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. But unfortunately, it's just not enough.
Yeah, they got caught off in the speed and the bracketing earlier, but it's just it shaved off a little bit of few thousand points, but it definitely was not enough.
Definitely, that's just a bit of a sad outcome, honestly. Because there were so many times where Germany almost took it, but that final moment just could not hold on. It is what it is, though, and they have to keep on hoping that something happens on the next pick.
Will Germany's request to pick Hybrid 1 will be acquiesced?
I think they're picking LM3. Maybe they pick Hybrid 2, you never know. Next round. Oh!
Next round, oh, whoa! They're challenging, alright?
Wait, they're going Rice. I disagree
Okay.
with it. Okay, if they're going Rice 1, I disagree with this pick. I don't like this pick, actually. I don't like this pick.
I think this is a bit for those who actually may not know that this was a little bit there's a little bit of taunting over there, making sure that Germany has to go into the next round. That means they have to beat Hong Kong first to get their hybrid 1 pick.
I don't like this pick from Hong Kong though. I understand the physicality, but at the same time, that on Hebe, a part of me is feeling not confident. But to be fair, Hebe's a tad slower than this, so I guess that's why Hong Kong chose this too.
Yeah, well, this is one of the few speed picks that are just well, I mean, I guess in the last round's pick, Aliake was a speed pick from like last round. The BBM is slow, but it's like it has some weird quantizations outside of the one straight up 1/8. This one has much more than just a 1/4 delay chart. Delay patterns. I mean, it's really hard to comprehend.
What is going on? What is going on?
Maybe once we get to resync everything, then we should be good to go.
Alright, there we go. Okay. Zek is still holding on 100%. Just absolutely normal thing. Here we go. So... Oh, yeah, this is exactly what I was saying. I thought this was a bad pick from Hong Kong just because right now, see, the Tang Jinxie is holding on to a bit of a skill ceiling, but Blackwood trades him. Blackwood misses once, and this could be a chain miss. However, accuracy slightly goes to Germany still.
Oh, Black was now below, just almost under 98. Tang Jinxie is holding on, still with like full combo, but it's still doing just a tad bit worse than Sukiya Whisper, just the only 99.
It's starting to again, I just don't think, I don't know really, because Germany is
second I was beefed up though.
Here we go, and I'm seeing Tang Jinxie finding miss with Sukiya Whiskers. No more full combos from Germany. That's 2 misses in a row. Even if the accuracy is pretty close against these two teams, the consistency that Hong Kong has shown throughout this entire match is just a bit too strong. Tang Jinxie, despite not having the most ideal accuracy, that consistency has helped.
Yeah, these beefed up delay doesn't really help Germany's cause.
Exactly. I thought Germany had a good chance here, and for a bit they really did. Zek finally finding a drop, but I think it's a bit too late. Tang Jinxie still maintaining the only full combo in this lobby. That's actually very clutch, just because of how this chart is patterned. It's patterned to make you miss. Oh,
there you go. There goes. There's a miss there of Tang Jinxie. Now, unironically, has like the 3rd lowest accuracy now after coming along with that miss.
You know what? Germany could have won this if they lessened their misses here. Now that I look at it, honestly, they could have won 2 points in a row if they missed a bit less.
Yeah, very well fought there by Hong Kong taking the. Well, I guess taking their own pick, but it could have been closer. It's just that Germany doesn't have to miss that much, which it could have been gone either way.
Isn't it crazy? Like I'm looking at this match, and just 2 picks in a row, we saw Germany had the chance to take something out of this, but now unfortunately, 5-0. I mean, there's still chances for Germany. I think Germany has to pick Rice, obviously, after all that, because there's the potential. Maybe they pick Hybrid 1.
Well, to me, it seems like Rise 6. Yeah, I do agree with that because well, I mean, not so much, but this is definitely the faster course rate, not necessarily dense.
Maybe so. Rise 6 is a good choice.
I would have expected Rise 4 actually, not Rise 6, but it's fine, I guess.
Part of it feels like Rise 4 would have been a great pick for Germany too. But at this point, I think if Germany prefers playing Rise 6, then just go with that at this point. Just because I feel like at this point, it's like, you need this morale boost, even a little bit. And to be fair to Hong Kong, to be fair to Germany, there's like only hybrid picks remaining, if I'm not mistaken. Wait, no, LN3 is still available, right?
Yeah, LN3 is still available out of all like long node 1 and long node 4, which apparently oh actually long node 4 has been banned, so just only that one long node pick left.
That's gonna be terrifying though, if Hong Kong goes for that. Just because I think that's a pick that benefits Hong Kong a lot. So it's still not over yet. Definitely still not over yet.
Definitely on the faster side of caution, so we get a little bit of taste of this, I guess the speedier side of in terms of consistency, which does seem to have a little bit of a trade over there. It's like Blackie there, but ultimately it's still nothing to lead.
But this lead probably can shift to Germany just off the accuracy of Skill Whiskers. But if Blackie can keep that consistency, it's not gonna help much. This has been the problem this entire match. Just Germany couldn't be as consistent as Hong Kong, and that's been a massive setback. Because there's really been a couple of picks where they had a chance.
Oh, there goes the full combo by Suki, which is the only time you see the sole surviving full combo just almost this entire matchup, I feel, has been holding the longest combo of all of the maps so far.
Isn't it crazy that despite that accuracy, it's really the combo?
Ah, there you go.
Oh,
that's a massive drop coming along with it.
And that's even worse.
Wait, hang on.
That's gonna give it to Germany, and that's gonna have buffer, but Blackwood traded.
That's a whole percent drop by Tangency there.
I think that was an entire mystery. That was a horrible mystery. But it doesn't matter if Germany can keep this consistency, just as I expected. That opportunity for Tangency not mean much.
Oh boy, all misses
misses.
from the entire lobby.
Oh my goodness, but there's still a chance. If Hong Kong can find any drops, it has to happen now, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Germany trying their best, but I don't think there's enough time.
Yeah, it at least just goes on for Hong Kong right there. It does seem to be Hong Kong has sealed Germany's fate right there, and then it's going to be a clean sweep 6-0 against Germany. So Hong Kong will still have the top 8 there, but they have to have one more matchup. I believe it was against Peru.
They do. It is indeed against Peru, which is, I believe, the match right after this, funnily enough. You know, Germany had a few times. If those unfortunate misses didn't happen, this could have been 3-3 right now. But,
yeah, actually.
but at the end of the day, it is what it is. All I can really say about this is Germany has shown potential that they can definitely keep up on the rise department. However, Hong Kong utilized their consistency, maybe not the shiniest accuracy, but through their consistency they were able to display that they can defeat other teams with better accuracies if they make those mistakes.
Yeah, we will also like to congratulate that Germany. This is, I believe, would have been the highest finish of the tournament, because I believe this would be their first top as well for Germany, and also Hong Kong as well. Maybe they're also the highest finish technically, because we've seen a couple iterations of the Mania World Cup 7 key. In particular, that Hong Kong has been kind of sort of absent from like 7 key. 4 key we already see a few of them, but in 7 key, well, this is probably our highest finish in terms of their actual overall performance. Their top 8, but they have to face against Peru in about 25 minutes right there. So that's also the last matchup for the weekend, I suppose, because we also have a showcase, the final map pool showcase for the 7 Key World Cup 2025. It's going to be real exciting.
Oh, definitely. So yeah, it is going to be Hong Kong versus Peru as the final match. So excited to see how this one turns out.
Yeah, that's the it all comes down to this matchup whether or not both of these teams have never experienced into the finals at all. So this is their freshest on the of the taking of the top six, especially for the finals lower bracket. So they have to fight their lives off because they only have one more chance.
Fair enough. The final ticket to the losers bracket finals is going to be decided by this match between Hong Kong and Peru. Mifa, do you have anything to say before we close this out?
Yeah, before we have a go a little bit of a break, we do remind everyone that we still have banners there for Osu Store, so you can go check out the banners that are available to support your favorite teams as well. You can actually stack all the banners if you want to. You can actually buy multiple of them, and you can stack them on your profile page. You can maybe troll your friends to have maybe like multiple banners, just stacking up on the profile page. Just make sure they actually have to scroll down a little bit further to get the necessary information you need. And of course, the favorite teams that we will be supporting will also be very thankful, and all the proceeds is also gonna help the prize pool as well for this entire tournament.
Fair enough. As for me, I just want to say I'm so excited to see which among these two teams will get to the losers bracket finals. I think this, regardless of who wins, will have their debut on the final stage. So either if it's Hong Kong, either if it's Peru, they will be booking their first ticket to the final stage, and I'm so excited to see who it's going to be. But for now, this is it for the Osimania 7K World Cup 2025. See you 23 minutes from now. Once again, I'm Selimas KLs, commentating with me is Mifa. Now we are signing off.
See you in the next match.